Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Saturday Hockey Talk. I'm just having a walk outside. I'll be back up in a minute and we'll get right to the show. See you in a minute. Hey everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Saturday Hockey Talk. Let's see. We got people here. All right. Okay. Usually get a comment before so I know that there's people and I didn't screw up. So how's everybody doing? Let's see. You got to talk to me to it's all about you guys. It's question and answer. You ask me questions, I give you the best answers I can. That's how she works here tonight. So cheers. There's no alcohol. It's just all right. So as far as news for the Habs goes, there's none. Hey there, Faye. Do I think that Paling and Norlinder have a real change to make the just to make the team this year? Look, I don't really know about Norlinder, but I think Paling definitely has a. That's my dog. Paling definitely has a shot. If you're, it's funny because I did a video today while I was walking, and it was about question I'm asked the most. I think this time of year. Do I think Montreal's done? Excuse me. Making moves for the off season. And I get a lot of people when I did my lineup video. A lot of people asked me about why I left Paling out, and I said in the video that I was the video was based on the roster as it was at the moment, and he's not on the actual active roster yet right now. So, but I think Paling has a really good shot. I really do. As far as Norlinder, I don't know. It's for me, it's an unknown. I think I want to see him play a little bit in Laval first, and then see from there. I think we'll see Norlinder probably at some point. Um, game or two, taste cup coffee, Gooley as well. But I think Paling definitely has got a good shot. Yeah, no, I figured you meant chance. Don't worry about it. Um, yeah. So, anyways, if anybody was wondering, that's the reason I left Paling off the that video because of that. Besides, I don't know. I have not having seen him on the big team last year. A little bit last year. I shouldn't say that not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to slot him. I don't know where he is right now. Hey, Petty and Matt, how's it going? Yeah, Petty, exactly. That's the video I did today. That'll be out tomorrow. Yeah. So honestly, I don't know the answer to that, except to say I'll give you my opinion. It's going to be in the video tomorrow. So. Yeah, Matt, exactly. It's exactly what I just said. Yeah. Yeah, I think, listen, if he's really that good that he should be on the team, he'll show it right away in Laval and they'll make a decision. But yeah, I don't know enough about him yet. Hey, Matt Outdoor. My name is Habs. How are you? I'm doing good. Yeah, exactly, Matt. There, exactly. Got to see how he does in Laval first. Hey, David, how's it going? So yeah, I mean, there's some question marks. Listen, there's definitely, I guess, I guess there's room on that defense core for someone like a Norlinder to really wow the team in training camp. So we'll see. I'm sure he's going to be in training camp, so we'll see what he looks like. Evan, yeah, that's part of what I was talking about in the video today that I filmed. So yeah, there are a lot of wingers. It's and we're getting close to training camp, right? We're like 3 weeks from training camp opening. Somewhere, I don't know the exact date, but I mean we're somewhere around 3 weeks. And we also know that we are a month and 3 weeks from the start of the season. So Petty, what do I think about the Arizona situation? Kind of sudden. Um, it's always something there, right? With the Coyotes, I guess if they can't, I imagine we'll see them back in. Oh, where what? Glendale, is that it, or where they were playing before when they were in Phoenix? What am I talking about? Which might be Glendale. I think Glendale's a suburb of Phoenix. Hey, Jay Filardo, how's it going? KK is. I should put these things up there. What's wrong with me? KK. Oh, wrong one. There, jumped. KK still unsigned. I have a feeling will be on the trading block. Yeah, I mean, look, it could be. I don't know what's going on with that, to be honest with you. So Norlander can't play in Laval since he has an SHL contract. It's either NHL or SHL. Really? That I did not know. Well, I have a feeling that Norlander may end up back in Sweden. That's a possibility. Hey, Oreo guy. Do I think we'll see a move in preseason? Yeah, well, that's that. I want to answer you guys that, but my video tomorrow is basically talking. That's what I'm talking about. So I don't want to give it all away here, or else no one will watch the video tomorrow. So on that topic, yeah, you gotta kind of watch my video. Sorry. Hey, Delaney. It's just like true. Leskinen has gone to Sweden, signed with Sweden next year. But I'm wondering if he doesn't have a out in his contract if Montreal does. But I mean, I don't think Montreal's going to need him. So, hey Troy, how's it going? Yeah, it seems like such a long time, right? Since the playoffs. Hey, listen, the dad thing's important, buddy. Arizona, yeah, I guess that's a possibility, right? They could move to Houston. Too early to tell. It's very sudden. It just happened, so we'll find out. I mean, they're gonna have to do something. Eric Engels. Did I leave that up there? I'm sorry, guys. Eric Engels said on a podcast, Bergevin going to make a deal in the next couple of weeks. I don't know how he could say that with certainty, but I imagine, that's what his information tells him or whatever. But I mean, I don't think that's any certainty to that. Yeah, Matt, I get that. It's Phoenix that they. It's Scottsdale, I think, is Phoenix, right? Scottsdale is a suburb of Phoenix. But no, it's Phoenix. They could always go back to Phoenix, I think. It's just that no worries. I do believe you might be right about Paling needing to sign. The thing with Paling that's not troublesome is that he can't be offer sheeted. I believe Paling is one of those guys that can't be offer sheeted. He doesn't qualify. Yeah, with 3 weeks, I think we're about 3 weeks till camp. So yeah, I mean, so you got to figure the KK situation is going to come to a head soon. Petty, I have relatives out in Arizona, and I know one of them. I haven't. I would want to say niece, but I guess she's a cousin. Um, she likes them a lot, and I feel bad for her. So yeah. My name is Habs. Yeah, Paling's an RFA, but not all RFAs can be offer sheeted. There's some that can't. I think it's a 10.2 is what it's called. I believe Paling is one of those. If KK has to stay home, do I like the idea of Drouin at 2C? I mentioned that in what video did I? In the Jonathan Drouin video, the 12 questions. I talked about that. It's interesting. I don't know because who knows what to expect from Drouin at this point, right? So I don't know. Hey Franco, I'm well. I hope you are too. Oh, the Habs charity golf game is during camp, like I want to say like days before the season starts, a week before the season starts, something like that. It's during camp. Yeah, well, Franco, it's kind of what I talked about that in the video. I have to edit it. It's not ready. I don't want to like Anyway, but yeah, I mean, Bergevin's not shy to make a deal right up until the season. Like he's not shy to do that. I think with the way things are, that teams don't really 100% know what they've got, what they're they're 100% what their direction is for certain positions or some positions or whatever. So there's room to make moves in the preseason. I think I kind of think Bergevin is just being patient and waiting for something to open up. And that doesn't mean he's not trying. I would think he's on the phone every day with different GMs every day, trying to make moves, trying to work out a deal. But, it's more complicated than sometimes I think we think. Troy, it's not really a new set. It's a new placement for the camera. I'm shooting video now. When I do videos, I shoot now with three cameras, two for the video, and this guy right behind me. I don't know if you see this guy here. That is my little fake GoPro. That's shooting behind the scenes stuff, literally behind me. But I mean, yeah. So I'm using three cameras to get different stuff, and yeah. So it's a new placement. It's not a new set, but what you see there, that's just temporary. I have to put it all back together again. So I'll be doing that, and I'll be filming that. So that'll make it to a video. Plus, I did my last video, the Cole Caulfield one. The last, I think, 3 questions that I edited, I filmed behind the scenes. I think I might put that out for the members. So I have that. I got to work on editing that down. So yeah, there's a lot of different things going to be available. You'll see there's a new look to, just because I can edit, I can do different things. I can use multiple cameras, and it's a different look, different style, different way of thinking about it. It's a lot. Petty, it's something I 100% am in agreement with you. I doubt it though. If they're gonna move, I would have to think Houston is also ready. I think they have an owner. I don't know that they have a stadium. The thing for Quebec is they have a stadium. I believe they have an ownership group that wants to buy a team. So it's a possibility, but Bettman hates Canada, and I doubt he's going to do that. From what was I hearing? I don't know if it was the hockey guy. Somebody was talking about it that Quebec's probably like the 5th place they go to right now. So, but I think if it's in like, wow, we only got a couple of months, we got to do something. Quebec has an arena ready to go, so that's a benefit right there. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, wouldn't it be nice to get the Nordiques back? Love it. I think I jumped a little bit. How many are 27? Give a thumbs up if you're having a good time. And subscribe, ring the notifications bell. That'll get you your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge right here at Talkin' Habs. Yeah, I think I'm just going to... Oh, okay. I actually went by accident just right back to where I was, so that's good. Wait, what's this I see? Arizona is having a fire sale, I think is what you mean. Let's take advantage of that if there is anything to be got. Well, there's guys like Chikrin. I don't know who we'd be more interested in. Tell you the truth, if they'd give out, listen, if they trade Kessel and hold some of his salary, I'd be interested in Phil Kessel at a lower price. Why not? The guy can come in and score some goals. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think he's still capable of it in the right situation. I don't think Arizona is the right situation for too many players. So there's that. Yeah. Brandon. I'm excited to see Matthew Perreault. I grew up watching him play midget AAA for my hometown Magog Cantonniers. He will not make a huge impact, but he's definitely a reliable depth player. Yeah, with Perreault, I wonder what their what their plans are for him. Like, is he here to be a regular? Is he here as an extra fill-in kind of guy? Like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I asked that seriously. He's 33. He's not old necessarily. So I don't know. It's good depth, good experience, and he's a Quebecer. Yeah, I was talking about the Eichel situation for a short little bit in the video today. Um, I wouldn't be surprised to see that go down to the wire. As far as maybe Buffalo thinks the more they hold on to him, the more people will pay their price, since nobody seems to want to. Like, I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me, honestly, if that's the case. But maybe that's what they're thinking. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense at this point. Yeah, I don't know. The talk, King Julian. By the way, hey, the talk about Dvorak's kind of tailed off though. I don't like. I don't mind the a Dvorak trade. It's just what do you give up for him, right? I don't know that he's a guy that you're going to give up a ton for. So if you can bring him in, like I'd rather. The talk was KK. I don't know that I want to give up KK for Dvorak. So if that's what you got, like, I don't know. I'd rather see KK given that shot. Problem is, like, if KK falters, there's not a really good option to take over, right, for second line center. So it's a problem that they might want to reach out and get a Dvorak as I don't even know what, as an insurance. They let KK start the season there. Dvorak plays third line. I don't know. You do have Ryan Poehling. Maybe the fact that we're not seeing a move for another center means that they really are going to give Poehling that shot. That could be. Not as a second line center. It would be, in my mind, it would be Suzuki, KK, Poehling, Evans, and then Paquette for the spare guy, the extra. But that they're gonna have they're gonna move. Look, if Poehling makes the lineup, somebody's got to be moved, because when Byron gets back, you got too many guys. I don't know if some of these guys you want sitting in the press box or not. And maybe that's why you get a guy like Perreault and Paquette. They're older, and it's okay to have them sit in the press box at their contract and their cap hit. Yeah, does that make sense to anybody? Nolan Taylor, how's it going? I no, I don't think you can. I don't. We don't know who's in and who's out. It's become kind of confusing. I don't think the Habs are necessarily out on Eichel. No, they may be. I don't. I'm not an insider to know for sure, but I mean, I don't think they necessarily are until he's moved. Just that for the Coyotes, problem is going to only be arena where to play. It's not like every city in Arizona's got a major league arena. So it's Phoenix if they stay in Arizona, if you ask me. I know there's talk of Tempe, Arizona, but I don't know if they have time to do there. I don't know what kind of an arena they have there. KK's in Montreal right now hanging out with Mete. I don't know. How do you know that? I would think KK's in Finland training and, with his dad. Feel like Byron. I know he's injured, but for cap reasons, I can see him being moved in a deal. He'll miss half the season. We need cap for a center. Yeah, the thing is, how many guys that are injured are moved? This is the problem, right? So I don't know that Byron's movable right now. That's all. He's not coming back for what, 2 to 3 months into the season? Yeah, how many teams are going to give you something of value for a guy that's not playing the first quarter of the season? Like, I don't see it happening. So that's why you probably can almost also expect maybe like a mid-season move, and maybe at the very least a trade deadline move, because they have so many guys. I don't know how they're going to swing it all. And if they don't move a Byron and they don't move a Drouin, well, there's not really the money to go and pick up a Eichel, right? Unless you're moving other salary out at the same time, you're not going to be able to afford Eichel. They've got, I think, 5.8 million left, and that's on Weber's LTIR money. So they've already used some of that money. So they've got to keep a couple million to start the season. So they've got about 3.5 million to play with. And I don't know that brings you what they need right now. So if they're making a deal, money's moving out. And if it's KK, it's not moving any money out because you have that 3.5 million. That's probably what KK is getting. Or you're moving him out, so you save that. That's it. It's not, Anyway, I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. Okay, I scrolled. I'm just going to go from where I scrolled at. I don't know. If I missed the comment, please just retype it. I'll see it eventually. Or take a super chat. If you take a super chat, you get into the draw. That it looks like it's going to only happen in the preseason for the hat. Yeah, see the hat above my head that's got the red peak. I'm giving away one just like that. That's the next giveaway. Excuse me. While we're at it, I am doing the next 12 questions about Alex Romanov. I'm still looking for 4 questions. If you guys have any questions about Romanov you might want me to answer in that video, why don't you leave it in here in the let me know here in the chat, and I will write it down. And when I get to 12, if I get a couple of others that are good, I might throw a bonus one in. So if you guys want to, I wouldn't mind the help. I don't want to keep putting the same questions in for every player. So I have some that are similar, but I want to have different ones also. So it gets harder to find new questions for players. Who's saying somebody's on drugs? Let me go find that one. The Yotes want Carey Price for Phil Kessel. What? Where did you get that from? Oh my God. Yeah, I agree with Petty. Nope. Who do I think Gallagher? I think, well, Gallagher will line up. I would have to think second or third line. That's it. So, I'm going to say KK and probably Hoffman and KK are going to be his line mates to start the season. Things could change, right? But I think that's how it'll line up probably. somewhere. I wish I could just say that. I got it from somewhere. Somewhere is not a very reliable source. Should we give Sammy Vatanen a PTO? What is he gonna bring that we don't already have? I don't know if that's who we need. Is he a puck mover? Like, I don't know Vatanen enough to be honest with you. So my name is Habs. I wish I could come up with information and tell people, oh no, forget where I got that from. Yeah, forget it. No, don't worry about where it came from. Like, what? What does that mean? It's not reliable. Starting to make me think I know who you are. If Price would have been taken by Seattle, we would have offered Sheeta Pedersen. Like, maybe. Hard to know. On Instagram. Yeah. By who, though? Just to say it's on Instagram, what's the source? That means who reported it? If some Instagram bozo came out and said, the Habs are on drugs or this was whatever, yeah, I don't think so. Which is what I have a feeling. I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but I have a feeling that's where you got it from. Faye, they didn't really try to get rid of Byron last season. That's what you're talking about. They needed the it was the cap juggling around for the cap space. So it wasn't that they were trying to get rid of Byron, but you're right, no takers on the waiver wire because his contract's a little high. And Nolan Taylor answered that. I said, what did I say about it? That I don't think they're out necessarily. I don't know for sure, but I don't think that whatever you're hearing, I don't think it means they're out. Doesn't mean they're in either. Franco, it's next season. Sponsors on the jerseys are next season, not this. Do I think in 4 years Romanov will be a Norris Trophy contender? No idea yet. Too early to tell that. Eichel's injured. Would you give healthy assets to get him if you want to return to the Stanley Cup Finals this year? Well, what are you going to do? Give him only injured players back? I don't get you, Lucius Lane. Eichel's injured. I guess it's been 3 weeks now, but his maybe even a month. His agents put out that statement, and at that time said that if he got the operation, then he'd be ready for the start of the season. So even though he's injured, a guy like Eichel, he might, if you can get him, say tomorrow, he gets his operation within a very quick period of time. He wouldn't miss too much of the season, I would think, is what I think is why the price has to come down on him because he's going to miss some time. But you're not giving back injured players. That's why I said Byron. I don't see how Byron gets involved in a deal right now because he's injured. My opinion. Hey, Newfie girl. What's fake news? Committed Quebec corporate sponsorships can be found. No, but that's the ads on the, if you're talking about on the jerseys, that's next season. Don't worry about it this year. What's the AMH? You're talking about the WHA World. What did it stand for? World Hockey Association. That's what you call. That's the AMH. I never. How? Oh yeah, Association Mondiale de Hockey. You know what? I never knew that's what the WHA was in French. Huh. Yeah, it wasn't just the Nordiques though, right? It was the Nordiques, the Oilers, the Whalers. Oh boy, what was the fourth team? The Jets. The Jets, I guess, right? You got it from Randy. So Randy is now the new expert. Randy happens to know that whatever player they're talking about was on drugs. So next time we want to know something about the Habs, we're going to text Randy and we're going to find out. Boston is a lock for a playoff spot. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think Boston, I mean, their window's closing really fast, if you ask me. Might already be closed. So, is Caulfield scoring over or under 25 goals? Okay, I already had that in the Caulfield video. Under. Randy Timmins. Okay, now Randy Timmins is a somewhat, I'll give him that, somewhat reliable guy, and it's iffy. I know I mentioned him in a video and I got it wrong, and I forgot that he actually is more often than not wrong than right. So sorry, Randy Timmins doesn't actually qualify as a. He does not have a check next to his name, so he's not an official guy. So that's the truth. The news about Carey Price is fake news. Yeah, okay, I agree. Do I think that Suzuki will be a top 20 centerman next year? You know what? I don't know. Honestly, I just want him to be the top centerman here in Montreal. If that makes him in the top 20, then okay. I don't think he needs to worry about where he places at the end of the year. Just that he places, that he does the best job he can do and be that number one center we need. But I guess if he's legitimately our number one center, has that kind of a year, I guess he's got a good shot to be there, right? If not, you know, going to be there anyway. I don't know what I'm saying. Do the Habs have a legitimate chance of getting back in the Cup final? Whew. Nah, I gotta say I don't think it's a legitimate chance to say, oh, before the season started, yeah, they're gonna make a return. I don't know. I don't think they're a better team than they were last year. So unless there's a move or moves that happen in the next few weeks to change that, I think they're gonna fight tooth and nail just to make the playoffs. Yeah, that's right. Like you said, like in 3, 4 years, I can see them being contenders as well. The next few years, when some of these kids have come up and they're got a couple of seasons under their belts, and yeah, I can see this team being a really good team and a yearly contender for a good period of time, and hopefully win a cup. Yeah, Matt, I kind of agree with that, right? I don't think they're a lock. I think this is a team that, you know, like I kind of think Boston, if they make the playoffs, are going to be the fourth place team. Now I think I'm a little biased because I don't like Boston that much, but I mean, I that's what that's what I think. Whether it's bias or not, I don't know. Hey, my name is Habs. That one I'll give you a thumbs up. Awesome. Slinksy, good question. Um, I guess I gotta start with Tampa. There's a team that I'm missing. I know because I can't think of the four. You got to think the teams that are kind of ahead of Montreal. I got to say are Tampa, probably Toronto in the regular season, Florida. Oh, I guess it's Boston. Now that Boston is probably the one they might fight for a playoff spot. You know, I don't know, but I got to think that going into the season, those four teams are probably ahead of Montreal. I don't know if anybody's a lock, but I got to think Tampa is going to be pretty much a lock for me. You know, Rick Roller, I hope you're right, but I don't think it's fair to say I'm wrong about Caulfield. We don't know. Let him play the full season, then we'll know. But no, I don't. I don't think it's fair for that. But I mean, sure. I hope I'm wrong. I still think this kid's going to score 30 plus goals consistently his career. So, is he a generational goal scorer? He might be, but his size might keep him from actually being that, and he might just be a really great goal scorer, but not a generational one. If he had 3-4 inches on him, yeah, I would 100% think that. Even if he was 5'11", say, well, that's 4 inches. What I'm talking about 5'10". This kid, without a doubt, but I don't know. But yeah, I love the kid. So, but I mean, I don't think it's fair to say I'm wrong. We don't know. You don't know. Newfie girl, I kind of believe that too, but sometimes I'm sure he's working on stuff. Doesn't mean he can execute. It doesn't mean that. So, but I would think he's working on stuff. Even if we make the playoffs, we're missing two of the big reasons why we did so well this year in Dano and Perry. Weber, missing more than just two. So yeah, I think that I don't think we're as good going into this season. I don't think we're as good. So if we're not as good as last season, that team last season would not have made the playoffs if they were in the Atlantic. Um, it's going to be tough. Now, if Bergevin makes a move that we all go, wow, I can't believe he made them, like he got that guy, then that could change. But I don't, unless that happens, I don't see that happening. I don't see it changing. Ottawa's on the rise, but I don't think Ottawa will. I don't think it's going to be something yet that we got to worry about just yet. But give them another year or two, and Ottawa is going to be a problem too. Yes, but I don't think Ottawa is a team that is going to be fighting for that wild card spot yet. But I mean, sure, could be wrong there, but I don't think so. Tampa will hit a wall eventually, but the thing is, Tampa, they're not there yet. I don't think. I really don't think. I think Florida might just be getting better. I don't know if they'll fall off yet. K posted a video on his story on Instagram. Was it? But you sure that was like a recent? Anyway, you're probably right. I don't do Instagram, so we can rotate 6 to 8 defensemen. I'd kind of rather not. It might be that though this year, right? With the young guys, and I mean, who knows how they're gonna play it. Newfie girl, you're probably right, but it's that's not me. I'm not looking down on them. I think I'm being realistic. That's all. It's fine if you disagree, but I just think I'm being realistic about it. I mean, yeah, just I guess you're right there, right? I just don't know if Montreal, like, I think they took a step back. I don't know if that's going to help them. I think in the Atlantic this year going in, they needed to take a step forward, not backward. Rick Roller, I am not a person that says Caulfield's size is a problem for him. I'm the opposite. I think he's gonna find a way to get it done. Does that make him a generational scorer? Maybe it does. I don't know, but neither of us know that because he's in his rookie season. He played 10 games in the NHL in regular season. How the hell do we know what he's gonna put up exactly to say that he's a generational scorer yet? And I don't think it's that obvious to say that. So I'm gonna have to say let's agree to disagree on that. And the next couple of seasons are gonna kind of tell us. I'm also of the mind that I'd rather think come down on the side of being on the low side of what he's going to do, and then that way, if he doesn't produce those big numbers, I'm not going to be disappointed. And calling him names like a lot of people are going to be doing when he doesn't score 50 goals because they're all sure he's going to score 50 goals in his rookie season. How many players in the history of the game can we count that scored 50 goals in their rookie season? Not a ton. Brad, I agree with you there. This is something people don't talk about enough. I think he's a better playmaker than people think, and think we're going to see. Um, I think we're going to see more assists come out of him than people are expecting. King Julian, we don't really know that. I have this kind of a similar bad feeling as you about that pairing, but we don't know that that is the pairing. To say they are paired together next season, how do we know that? We're not. There's no training camp yet, so I don't know that that is how it's going to be. It kind of seems like it will be based on experience and I guess salary structure, but I mean, I don't know that that will be exactly how it turns out. One half wants to make the playoffs and the other half wants to miss the playoffs. Who's that you're talking about? Fans? Roger. It's a drop of liquid. You're right. It's called Rick Simpson oil. Looks like that. It's an extremely concentrated cannabis extract, and you wouldn't think it'll work. How would it? But under the tongue, and my knee doesn't swell. Yeah, I'm gonna have a. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I'm waiting for an MRI. So I have to go for an X-ray. So I've got all the paperwork now. Just waiting for the MRI. They call the appointment. I got to call for an appointment for an X-ray. Um, I have a meniscus tear, so it's painful and it swells. And since I've had it, this stuff, I have not had to put ice on it or to take any ibuprofen or anything that way. I manage it completely with that. And when I didn't have that, I had trouble walking on it. With that, even though it has gotten a little worse, I can walk. Well, you'll see a video that I put out tomorrow. At the beginning of the video, I'm walking. You can't tell I'm limping. Near the end, you can. Once I walk a little bit, I start to limp a little bit. But it totally. Anyways, I shouldn't be talking too much about this, but it's fantastic stuff. It's called Rick Simpson Oil. Check it out. Research it yourself. And then if you can't find where to get it, just send me an email and I'll tell you where. You get it through Canada Post. It's a miracle. Honestly, I wouldn't have thought. Like I know about this stuff. Sure, I know. I've even made some of that stuff before. I just wouldn't. I thought it would do what it does on my knee. It's fantastic. Like I'm going to be able to wait. Like it's probably going to be next summer or spring before I can get an operation on this knee. With the way things are, so that's really what's going to keep me, yeah, able to manage the pain. So yeah, Roger, check it out. Sorry, got sidetracked there. And like I said, research that. Information is all you just have to type in and research it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Xavier Ouellet is the eighth D man for the Habs. I gotta think that's probably the case because with Cale Fleury out gone, um, I would think Weidman's coming in to be the seventh D, and I would think Ouellet will stay as the um, eighth or move from seventh, eighth, whatever. I'm not sure what his spot was, but yeah, I think Ouellet. Now, didn't yeah they did make the qualifying offer to Ouellet, so I imagine he's going to stay in the organization. Unless listen, maybe somebody else will come in. I don't know, but yeah. And if I'm correct, isn't Ouellet the captain of the Laval Rocket, or is that another defenseman? Where's that? Have the Habs? Wait, Habs have to stop the effing drop pass on the power play. The opposing team just. Well, listen, Mike Hoffman. Obviously, Hoffman's brought in to change that power play and bring it up a notch, bring it up a level, and I think we'll see a lot of different things happening. I'm gonna say I hope we're gonna see a lot of different things happening on the power play because in the end the power play was just average. I think for the season it turned out total 19.2%. I think was the power play success rate. I mean that's just average. It's not great. Anytime you're under 20, it's not. That's nothing to brag about. King Julian, if we don't make the playoffs, and the good news is we get a top 15 pick this upcoming stacked draft, so it's a win-win. Yeah, change your number. Top 16 now. Remember, 32 teams now in the league. 16 make it, 16 don't. Gislain, I'm not saying there's a problem for Cole Caulfield. I'm not. You can compare all the guys you want, but I'm not saying there's a problem. I gave my opinion on what I think he'll get. If you don't agree with it, doesn't make it wrong because we won't know till the end of next season. We could get Cale Fleury back from waivers. That's if they waive him. My name is Habs. They don't have to waive Fleury, if I'm correct. He must still have. He must still be waiver exempt. Slinksy, yeah. I can. You know what? It's almost shameless for them to put that documentary out after the way their season ended. I don't. I would be ashamed to call it what it was called, if I'm correct. My name's Habs. You're half and half. What, like the cream for coffee? Half and half what? Or it's me that's being dumb and I should know that, but I don't know what you're talking about. Jesse Alonen pass in front. Pass in front. What? Alex Bilzil as the fifth right. Oh, yeah. I would think. Although, listen, if Alonen's not going to play full time, you don't want him sitting up in the press box. So I would think Belzil be the guy that would be up on a roster. But I think they have enough guys. They don't need Belzil on the roster. Apple cider vinegar for my knee swelling. Yeah, it can't work as good as the. It might work on the swelling, but what about any pain? Anyways, this stuff works absolutely beautifully. Plus, at the same time, it has other benefits for you while you take it. So I don't know. Not to say that apple cider vinegar, I heard good things about. So I'm not putting it down. Where was I? Stephen Baird became a Hab fan before I did. May 1st, 1965. Wow. I was a Chicago Blackhawks fan the first 2 years, like 68, 69, and 69, 70. And then Guy Lafleur came into my life, and I then turned around because I love Tony Esposito. First time I don't have the memory of seeing him the first time and go, I love this guy. But I don't have any other explanation for it in that he played here that first season. I must have fallen in love with that mask because Tony Esposito was my guy for the first 2 years of my hockey. When I discovered hockey, I was 6, 7 years old, and then Guy Lafleur. Is Hoffman really a liability on defense? From what I understand, I don't know Hoffman as well as I probably should, but that is the big knock on him: is he doesn't play. He's not the best 5-on-5 player. How's that? They brought Hoffman in for the power play. That's without a doubt. Sean Farrell will not be making the team this year, Stephen Cogg, because he'll be playing in college. King Julian, Farrell, Suzuki, Caulfield, too small though. Farrell's the same size as Caulfield, maybe an inch bigger. That's it. Farrell's another small guy, super talented kid, but another small player. So you're playing him on a line with Suzuki and Caulfield. I don't see it. And besides, Farrell, 3 years away, more than likely. The only thing with Matthews, Slinksy, I would bet the only thing with Matthews is he'll lead the league in players who are challenged for a fight and laugh and smile and shrug their way out of it. That he'll lead the league in. Yeah, I mean, I'm the wrong guy to ask about Matthews anything. He might lead the league in pulling his pants down in front of women. Maybe. Game 7 win over Blackhawks on May 1st, 1965. See, I was only 2 years old, so yeah, I don't remember that. Do I think Leafs will make the playoffs this year with the team they got now? I mean, I think so, but I think the question should be more: do I think the Leafs can win a round with the team they've got now? That'd be a better question, in my opinion. And I'm going to say to that, no. Oh, from Chicago. All right, Steven, that's great. Thanks for being here. All the way from Chicago. I was in Chicago once in 1984. Long time ago. I was 21, I believe. What are the odds we get Eichel? Not great, I would think. Franco, we're talking about Esposito's goalie mask. Yeah, I mean, I just loved everything about Esposito. He was exciting to watch. He was just an exciting goalie to watch. Spectacular saves. Brad, you're probably right. 0%. I'm going to say not much, but you're probably right. 0% though. Sean Farrell's 5'9", like Brad Marchand. No, there you go. He's a little bigger than Caulfield. Yeah, new figure. I don't see how. Well, without, I mean, the way they could do it would be they got to move out some salary. I don't see how. With all the wingers around, they could do it. I mean, they could if they can get Byron's contract out and Drouin. That pretty much pays for Eichel. So, I mean, they could do it, but yeah, it's not happening. Oriole guy, yeah, I mean, Tuck still, though, he's a prospect that's still, like you say, uh, a ways away to be counting on him for anything yet, in my opinion. Ah, awesome. Belivo's That's cool. Great story, Stephen Barrett. I love that. Espo was great to watch. Just so exciting. Those spectacular saves because he's a flopper. He had to make spectacular saves. And it's also the reason why. I mean, the last 4 or 5 seasons of his career, not great numbers for more than the fact that he is a flopper and your reflexes aren't the same. The team sucked also. But yeah, he was exciting to watch. How many hockey cities have I been to? You mean how many other places have I seen a game? Nowhere else. Montreal only. I've been to other cities. I mean, I've been to New York City. Um, I've been to Florida, like Miami, but I haven't been there in a long time. So didn't have hockey there then. Um, that's it, I think. My thoughts on Owen Power going back to college. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything to that. He wants to finish his college. What's wrong with that? Wants to get his education. I wouldn't put anything in that yet. I wouldn't make anything of that. Who's going to prove themselves the most this season? Suzuki, KK, Caulfield, Evans, Paling, or Romanov? All six. I don't know. It's too hard to answer that. Really, it is. I hope. I kind of hope it's Caulfield. Let's see, Petty. I've obviously been to Montreal. I've been to Ottawa, but not to a game. Never been to Toronto. Never been to Buffalo that I know of, unless I was really young. Passed through Detroit, but never was inside, like in the city, really. And never been to Vegas. Gislaine, you're the only one that agrees with me on that Caulfield's 5'8", because I saw an interview where he said he's 5'8", but he's still listed as 5'7". So, but I don't put a ton into those listings of their height. Oreo guy that would I wouldn't wish. I like Perry now. I wouldn't wish that on him. Uh, David, yeah. Um, um, Send me an email at my Talking Abs address, and we can maybe do that. I mean, I appreciate the sentiment, but yeah, I don't know that I want to be taking checks for Talking Habs. I don't know. Oh, I'm trying. I'm sorry. I have trouble reading. I had trouble reading that. Um, I mean, you say most heavily anticipated player, but I mean, some of that anticipation got sort of satisfied with what we saw last year. But you're right. I mean, I want to see what he does for a full season, right? With Suzuki too. Steven, 5 years difference. Do I think Pedersen will come to Montreal? Yeah, I don't really. I mean, I think if they were going to offer sheet him, they'd have done it by now. Plus, he's not gonna be cheap. So I don't know where they're gonna get the money. What would I do if Chara signed a PTO with Montreal? Take a season off, maybe, maybe. Don't Ty Domi was basically caught. No, Ty Domi was bigger than that. I'm not saying he was huge, but Ty Domi was like 5'10" or 5'11". Are you thinking of Max Domi? I think you're thinking of Max Domi. Franco, does that mean you'd consider Chara in Montreal? Chara, he's the same guy that did what he did to Pacioretty. I don't want him here. He's a POS piece of shit. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna have buyer's remorse on that Caulfield jersey, Steven. Not for me. I think he's gonna be great, and I think he's. I can't wait to see what he does this year. I'd love it if he could win a Calder. I mean, we haven't had a Calder Trophy winner since Ken Dryden. All those years ago. What are we talking about? 51 years ago or something like that, right? That's a long time ago. It's time we had another one. No, I think that's fake news stuff on Twitter that you're talking about, fake. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I can't see Sherratt as the interim captain. I just don't. I don't see where that comes from. Ty Domi was only 5'8". Are you sure about that? I listen. If you looked it up and that's what it says, I always thought he was 5'10" or 5'11". I know Domi was on the small side for a fighter like Nyland was, but not that small. Maybe I'm wrong. I know PJ Stock was like that, but I don't know that Domi was. Well, there you go. Yeah, Franco, I agree. No way. No way he's coming there. Stephen might not have been his. Well, first of all, Sherrod's number 8, but his number wasn't his choice. They gave him the number. Buffalo getting the Bedard, that would kind of suck if they get. But you're probably right, right? Buffalo, they're not going to be any better next season. Domi was really 5'8". Wow. Hey, second owners, a long time no see. Am I right? It's been a while. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Been a while since I got a dono. So second owner is going to be entered into the draw, which is just a giveaway for any donations. Anybody gives donation, takes a membership, super sticker, you get into this giveaway for the hat. So it says, "Hey Rick, thanks for all your hard work. I hope you had a great summer." I appreciate that so much. I did so far. Summer's not over yet. I don't want it to be over. I appreciate that. I hope you did too. I hope you all had a great summer. That's really nice of you. Thank you so much. I forgot what it was like to get a donation. It's been a while. I think the last donation I got was, I guess, the last game of the season. I don't think of the playoffs. I don't think I did then. So it was the game before. So game 4 of the finals. So it's a foreign thing right now to me. Thank you so much again. Nolan says your dad is friends with PJ Stock. Yeah, PJ's become a bit of a, I don't know, man. I used to listen to him all the time on what's now TSN 690. It wasn't, I don't think it was 690 when PJ was on there, but um, his takes have been kind of, I don't know. I lost a lot of respect for PJ. And so there, see now Robert is saying 5'10". I think Domi was 5'10". Stephen, I am in suburb of Montreal. But yeah, I'm in Montreal. Faye says also 5'10". So he was 5'10". That's what I thought. Which is small for a fighter, but not 5'8". Brandon, well, I kind of wanted Montreal possibly to take Poulin, but I'm not going to complain that we got Caulfield. But yeah, I think Poulin is going to be a good NHL player. So I'm interested to see how he does in Pittsburgh as well. Oh, we're at the end. Wow. But I mean, I haven't followed him since the draft. Once we got Caulfield, you're not going to really complain about, well, they didn't pick that guy, you know. Turns out that, well, from that draft right now is Byfield and Caulfield that are the number 2 prospects out of that draft right now. So we didn't do too bad at 15 to get Caulfield. So yeah, but I do want to. I hope Poulin has a good career. I think he would have been good in Montreal. Local kid, but I mean he's still a prospect. It's Oreo guy. It's 5'10". I remember from his career. He's 5'10". He's not 5'8". My name is Habs. Retype it because I'm not going looking for it. It's a misreporting, Newfie girl. I can almost guarantee Ty Domi was 5'10". Good hockey in the townships come down. Yeah, I don't drive though. I don't drive anymore. And I'm not taking. Well, I don't have a scooter yet, but I'm getting one eventually, and I don't think it would make it down there. Imagine driving to the townships in a scooter. I've got some Ray. Don't bark now. I've got some interesting footage that I took while riding a scooter. It's not Newfie Girl. It's not Believe What I Want. I watched him many years. I remember seeing his height many times that it was 5'10". I'd almost put money on it that it's 5'10". At Domi's age now, Wouldn't surprise me if he's only 5'8" now. I shrunk as I get older. Yeah, I think they're both around the same height, are they not? I've kind of seen them together, standing a lot of pictures. They're about the same height. Does it matter, really? Why don't I drive anymore? Well, I drove past the million-kilometer club. I'm in that. I drove for a living for many years. I've driven enough. I've left enough carbon footprint. It's time to stop. Brandon, I did see that, but I think that was a really that was a really handicapped person. I mean, not like I would get one because of my knee, whatever, but I think that was someone on one of those. A scooter is basically a fancy wheelchair, but I think it was a wheelchair they were on. But you could be right. I don't know. I remember something about it. Brad, yeah, but that's probably the case. But I'm going to go with what I knew from when I was a kid or growing up. Or I guess it was a young adult. He's 5'10". That's what I'm going to say. Listen, they're still listing Caulfield as 5'7" when he said in an interview he's 5'8". I watched the interview. His mouth was moving when his voice was coming out of it saying that he's 5'8", yet nobody believes it. So, and I can guarantee you, Ty Domi was bigger than Cole Caulfield. 6'5". Yeah, I always wanted to be that big. David, I'm 58. I shrunk, I think, about an inch, a little over an inch already. From 5'9" and a half, I'm a little over 5'8" now. So, yep, wouldn't have thought it, but it does happen. We've established that Ty Domi's height is listed differently in different places. So we can argue about Ty Domi's height. It's not going to help. Exactly, Brad. Somebody was telling me that, Faye. Not about his arms, but his legs. He's got, you know what? Caulfield is the reason Caulfield's not as easy to knock over because for a small player is those legs of his. He works out. He's strong. He knows he needs to be as strong as he can be to do what he wants to do in the NHL. There you go. Let me see if I hope I don't mispronounce this. Ukumari. He says that the Wikipedia lists him at 5'8". Now remember, Wikipedia is anybody can change the information on Wikipedia. The official NHL page lists him at 5'10". I'm going to go with that since I remember from when I was younger that he's 5'10". So I'm going to go with that. Does anybody want to go and check and see what Chris Nyland is listed at? Because I think Ty Domi and Nyland are very similar height. I think Nyland might be bigger, but I'm not sure. Nyland might be 5'11" or 6 feet, but he wasn't. He wasn't a big guy for a fighter. Ketchup Dick, I love that. What a name. Yeah, no, we've established Ty Domi's listed at different heights depending on where you're looking him up. He's 5'10". He was 5'10" when he was playing. Hey, Brandon Bailey, thank you for being here. I appreciate it, man. I'll be back next week, so hopefully see you next week. He's it's every Saturday till the season starts up again, and then we go back to the game, at least the beginning of the season. And if there are no Olympics the whole season, it won't be as compressed, and we'll have the easier season to get through. I'm kind of hoping no Olympics because well, no Olympics for the players. Um, yeah, I don't want that scrunch season that's going to be afterward. Nyland's listed at 6 feet. I can guarantee you, Chris Nyland was not 4 inches taller than Ty Domi. Okay, I can guarantee you that. Hockey Buzz said Montreal wants Domi back. Yeah, I don't believe that. Don't believe that. Was Max Domi gay? If he was or is, he never came out of the closet to say that he was or is. I always had this suspicion, though. But I mean, I'm not. I don't care. Like, it's his business. But like it was nothing official. The first hockey player to come out, that's the Prokop kid, is is the first hockey player to come out. So, I'm like, I don't know the answer to that, and I don't think it's fair or even necessary to really speculate on a player's sexuality in this day and age. Is it necessary to care what he is? Oh, Hockey Buzz, that's right. That's Eklund. Eklund is definitely not shy to print whatever his brain comes up with as a possible rumor. No, Hockey Buzz is not a good hockey insider. Been known for a long time. Eklund's not your best source. Yeah, I would agree with that, King Julian. If he does that, they're going to have to retain. Montreal's not going after Domi at 5.5 million. No, especially not at the season he had. No, Domi has to have a comeback season, or no. Yeah, my name is Habs. Always remember where you get check where your information is coming from, because if it's not a credible source, I can make up stuff too. Is Wayne Simons gay on Leafs? What's that mean? We're not here to make fun of the gays. We're not here to make fun of players that may be gay. We're not here to make fun of anything like that. I think in this day and age, I think we're beyond that. Believe me, when I was a kid, yeah, we did that. I think it's kind of passe to make fun of gay people. For what reason? Marché de la Villette. Never heard of it. Where's that located? Is Max Domi injured? I didn't hear that. If he's injured, he's not getting traded. I don't think. How many times do you see a player get traded that's injured? As a matter of fact, don't they have to disclose that? So like if you get a guy in a deal they didn't disclose he has an injury, I mean the deal can be canceled because of that. Can't it? Oh, near the Notre Dame Cathedral. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the since I stopped being a courier and driving in general, I don't know the city, what's going on anymore. I don't go out to restaurants often, so hey, Renegade man, been a while. Oh, it's I. Say should they consider? I think they've gone after Eichel. I don't. I think they're probably still negotiating, and if they can manage to work out a deal, I would think. And there's the problem, right? They're probably going to want one or all three of Caulfield, Suzuki, and Romanov. So yeah, not happening. No use getting Eichel if you're creating holes all over the place. So what's the use? Yeah, the Dvorak talk died down completely. Very quaint. I'm not sure. I've never heard of it though, Stephen. Like I said, I don't go to restaurants, so I'm glad you like it though. Domi's out 5 to 6 months. Yeah, he's not getting traded. So you can, I mean, just rule out that Domi's going to get traded. Maybe at the deadline, trade deadline, he's back playing. Everything's good. Maybe, but he's not getting traded while he's injured like that. Why would somebody do that? Got your signed Chucky puck. What, Galchenyuk? Oh, how far back is that? King Julian, but you got to think that if they were going to offer sheet Pedersen, they'd have done it by now. What do you think? Problem with offer sheeting Pedersen, right? You're picking up a player, but you're not giving up anything, so you can't afford it. There's no way they can afford to offer sheet Pedersen without moving money out. Faye, I want Eichel, but not at any cost, right? So it depends what you're giving up to get him. Yeah, but yeah, in general, yeah. King Julian, nope. Oh, awesome, Stephen. Well, we still held out hope for Galchenyuk to be good. No, I wouldn't go after Galchenyuk again. Nope. Renegade man, absolutely. Signing to know for 6 years, 6 million, was it 6.5 million? I'd have to think, man. LA's gonna regret that at some point, right? Like that contract could be good for a couple of years, and then it's not gonna look good. I think it's not gonna look good in 2 3 years. Oh, awesome, man! You travel around, Steven. Yeah, you sure though with all the COVID and everything? I would hope so, but you never know with restaurants right now being still around. Oh wow, I didn't think we were on that long. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. My name is Habs. My sympathies. Yeah, I think there's potential for that Gallagher contract to not look good down the road. Have to say, you know, I think by the time that price contract might start looking bad, the salary cap's going to start going up in bigger amounts. So, Tyler Bozak too old, and I what's the use? No, I wouldn't. 76 to 79 run was great. I was living. Where were we? I guess I was living in Ormstown, on a farm in Ormstown, going to high school. Gislam, you think Hoffman, Suzuki, Toffoli together? No, I don't see that being a line. How could you not want to see Suzuki and Caulfield together? See what kind of how that chemistry is going to look over a whole season. Um, Steven, I don't know that I agree with that. I think Price showed us last year in the playoffs that if that team can get him there, we got a chance. So I don't know. I don't think Price is done. He's only 34. That's not too old. Not anymore. Brad, I think on that, someone was telling me that the only team that probably wouldn't give him the approval to have that operation is Buffalo. Oh, Renegade Man, that's a really good question. I don't know the answer to. If Ryan Paling doesn't make the team from training camp, will he have to clear waivers before being sent down? I don't know the answer to that, to be honest with you. Saltwater crocodile? Yeah, me too. I don't. I would be very upset. I don't know what I'd do. I can't. I couldn't watch them with a Chara on it. I can't. Suzuki and Caulfield won't be cheap to sign. They'll have to move people. Well, they're both RFAs. I think Suzuki's going to get decent money. Caulfield's still got a ways to go yet. I don't think you have to worry yet. Newfie Girl, I doubt Eric Stahl's coming back. Yeah, my name is Habs. Eichel's getting traded before the operation. Yep, that's what I think. From what I understand, the Renegade Man, he's asking for four pieces. Yes, on Paling. But yes, that he Paling would need to clear waivers. Yeah, I think maybe, but I don't know. I don't know the answer. Yeah, well, Price, if he wants to make the playoffs, is going to have to play those teams and play them well. So I don't necessarily agree with you guys. We'll see. We'll see what kind of season he has. If Eichel loses mobility in his neck, he will be a sitting duck on the ice. But um, I, I think that I don't think there will be a problem. Like I think it'll be fine. Have the operation, so he'll be the first one. And then after that, you'll see more players having the operation and being fine. Yeah, I'm hoping Caulfield gets that Calder Trophy. No, Stephen Price isn't a kid anymore, but I mean he's what is he 33 or 34? I'm not sure, but I mean that's not really old. And look at the way he played in the playoffs last year. This guy's not done. I'm not worried too much. Hopefully, a better defense in front of him will help too. It's funny. I said a better defense in front of him, and King Julian's asking, should we re-sign Gustafson? Maybe as a forward, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think Gustafson's out. I don't think they're going to go back and look at him personally. Yeah, I know, Steven, but still, I think he's fine. I'm not too worried. He just had the operation. His knee should be okay. His hips, yeah, but that's apparently normal with goalies, so I'm not too worried. Plenty of goalies play till 38, 39. It's not a problem. Yeah, look, I don't know. Price doesn't look motivated. I don't know. He's not going anywhere for next season. Let's see how next season comes out. Renegade Man, do I think Romanov would have made them win the cup? No, I don't think so. They might have won an extra game. And same thing, like if Drouin was actually in the lineup, I don't know that would have made the difference to win a cup. Um, but it would have been I would think, a longer series anyway. Uh, was Ekholm available though after the trading deadline? I don't know if he was. I think they had injuries and stuff that made him um, not expendable. Am I right? Do I think that it was just a ploy to come up with injury rumors to steer Seattle away from him? I don't know how to answer that, to be honest with you. I don't know. Um, if it was, it worked brilliantly, and the fact that they're able to keep Price and Allen, I think that was amazing because I think it looked like in the end that Seattle was going to go for Allen. Um, so the fact that they did that and they got away with it and they're able to keep both of them, I think it's kind of brilliant. Hey Christian, what's up? Is actually we're about to end this. We're about to end the stream, so kind of weird. Sorry that you're coming in so late, but nice to see you. Um, yeah, Carrie had. I think sugary is a nicer way to say it on his knee. Oh, I'm not talking about that kid, Renegade Man. Sorry. Well, Stephen, I don't think it was all smoke. I mean, he had the knee operation. I mean, but I think there was some exaggerating to hopefully put them off. Like I think, and maybe in the end, that's not what put them off. It might have been other like just the decision to not. Like I think it more in line that they weren't going to spend that kind of money on a roster, and I think that's more what happened. So I don't know that it even was what put what made them not pick Price. Like I don't know that that's what it was. Yeah, King Julian, hard to say. Oh, Christian, yeah, we talked about this earlier. That's also very hard to say, but what I do think is that if they're going to make the playoffs, it's going to be a fight. Like they're going to be in a fight to get the wild card spot. So, um, I don't think they're a better team than the team that was in the playoffs last year. So I don't know. It's not going to be easy for them if they do make it. Steven, I think if you look at the way Seattle drafted, right, the players they drafted, it was clear going for, they weren't trying to spend money. So yeah, I mean, Carey Price, even though the ownership group said that he's cleared, he can be picked. Francis had the okay from them. I think Ron Francis decided that would be detrimental to their team in the long run, and I think that might have been really what it was in the end. Hey, good night. My name is Habs. Have a good night. King Julian, I don't really know what Paling's face-off numbers were. Steven, great talking to you too. Great. Talk more often. No problem. Yeah, nice to find new people to converse with like that. Cool. According to Cap Friendly, Paling is waiver exempt. Yeah, Paling will be waiver exempt. It's offer sheet exempt. I think he's offer sheet exempt as well. He's a 10-2 RFA. Jealous I'm in Montreal? No need to be jealous. Habs have the policy to pick the best talent available, so they pick him because he was the best player available. According to evaluation, only are we talking about Paling still? I think Paling was a good pick. I think Paling is going to be a good NHL player. Will he be a star? I don't know that. I think he'll be a solid NHL player, though. Renegade Man, I think if there are no moves made, I think, yeah, I mean, if it's not Paling, that's the guy on the fourth line, it's going to be Paquette. Um, if Paling's going to make the 23-man roster, I would believe that he'll be in the lineup because why sit him in the press box when he could play in Laval? So, yeah. Like, look to see that. If he's on the 23-man roster going into the season, I think he's going to be playing, not sitting. Vegas got rid of Fleury for salary cap reasons. Nashville was making a push for the playoffs, and there was injuries involved. I think also on Ellis. Didn't Ellis get injured, and it made it impossible for them to trade Ekholm. Christian, I don't know. Listen, you know what? They don't really have the money. So unless they make a move to clear some salary, I don't see how they do it. Or I think if they would have been, if they were going to offer sheet him, they would have done it already, is kind of what I think. Brian, you got to figure. Yeah, I forgot. Paling has to be signed as well, eh? With KK. You got to figure soon. And I got to think maybe they go 10% over their cap in the off season, so they can sign them. But like I don't know the answer to that. Brian, no on Galchenyuk, and I think also no on Vatanen. Yeah, I don't talk about that one. Just sorry. Said it in the video when I did a video on it, and I said after that I'm not talking about this kid, and I'm not. Not until I'm ready or I feel like I should. King Julian, I think like I said, if Paling's on the roster, yeah, Paquette will be the extra center on the roster, and you got to play Paling. You're not gonna have Paling sitting on in the press box. I mean, he could play in Laval and get Why would you have a player like that just sitting around doing nothing? It's not helping development. Autist, I don't watch anime. No. Um, Renegade Man, yeah, Blackhawks should be. King Julian, I don't know. I like Kulak. Yeah, I don't know. They don't really have the money. Although if you're trading Kulak, I think Ekholm. I'm not sure what it depends what kind of money Ekholm's making. That's got to be big in the consideration in trading for someone, right? So I don't know what kind of money Ekholm's making. Newfie Girl, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's speculation. I guess it could be either way. It could be that they're working on a deal, or they are just maybe having more trouble negotiating. Maybe KK wants more money. I think there could be other things that could be the reason why they haven't signed KK or Paling. But yeah, I mean, it looks like it's like they're going to make a trade. I think they are going to make a trade. I don't know that KK is going to be involved in a trade or not, or Paling, but I think there's still a trade coming. Ekholm's making 3.5. It's a little much. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit much. Renegade Matt, I think definitely a bridge deal with KK. Oh, I think definitely a bridge deal with KK. And if I were KK, I wouldn't want to sign anything other than a bridge deal. He hasn't reached his full, I was to say reach his full potential. He hasn't gotten to that point where you know what he's going to be or whatever. No, he should bet on himself and sign a bridge deal if I were him. And for the team as well. Why would you want to lock him in when he hasn't established himself yet? So I wouldn't want to lock him in at any kind of big money yet, unless you're like really sure he's going to do that and establish himself, and you can get him for a lot less money now. You might want to do that, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. We talked about this all through the show with Eichel. I don't know if it's about a final push or not. I think they have to be in on it. And even if they kind of bowed out, I would think they'll keep checking and seeing him there, until Eichel's traded. I think the teams that are interested in him, whether they think it's too much that Buffalo's asking for and they backed away a little bit, they'll keep checking back to see if maybe Buffalo have changed their mind. I would have to think for sure. And on that note, I'm going to say that, we're going to reach the end of Saturday Hockey Talk. So hopefully you guys had a good time. Give a thumbs up on the way out. I'd appreciate that. Subscribe if you haven't already. And that'll get you your daily fix of Blue, Blonde, Rouge right here at Talking Habs. I'll be back. I got that video I was talking about earlier. I recorded one while I was walking somewhere with the dog. And let me see if I can do this video. So I did a video recorded it while walking. That'll be out tomorrow. I'm working on the 12 questions about Alex Romanov. That'll be the next one in that series. So that's what immediately to look forward. If something comes up, if there's a trade, if anything like that, I'll do a video on it. And yeah, that's where we're at right now. So hopefully you guys had fun. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thanks so much. I'll be back next Saturday, as always, for Saturday Hockey Talk. And have a great week. See you members on Wednesday. Hopefully we'll get more than just Franco coming in. Not that Franco was bad. We had a good conversation. But hopefully we'll get more members coming in on Wednesday night. Wednesday night at either 8 or 9, but I think at 9. So hopefully you guys will be there. And that's it. Have a great night. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. See you guys next video. Bye, everybody.